Now, I know I'm over like a week late for Silent Hill 2, but I mean, believe it or not, I don't play every single game at its launch. I was quite busy. However, I have picked up Silent Hill 2 more recently, on the cheap, of course, and I'm a good few hours into it. This is not my final review, that will be coming next week at some point, but this is just my initial impressions of the game, and also more a commentary on the performance of the game on PC. Now, I have seen that it looks a little gnarly in the frames per second on the PlayStation 5, but I thought with the PC it should be fine, as the Steam reviews are overwhelmingly positive, and I have got specs that are above the recommended, so I thought I was in for a fantastic time. Now, to be fair, I am having a great time with the game. It is a really cool game. I played it originally on the original Xbox back in the day, and I hadn't played it since then, but I remember having a really good time. And if I remember right, once you complete it with the guy, you can then play through it again with the girl, or you can play through a different scenario as the girl. I don't know. I don't know if that's in this game or not, but I'll find out when I eventually complete the game. But unfortunately, I've tried everything. I've even tried putting into the launching game options and properties to launch with DirectX 11. Silent Hill 2 runs like ass. It has horrific stutter, terrible frame drops when there shouldn't be any whatsoever. This game, unfortunately, is not very well optimized, and it's such a shame because it is a really solid remake besides the performance. Now, I hope Konami jump on it really quick, or Bloober Team SA, should I say, and I hope they jump on it and they patch it as quickly as they can. It has been over a week, and it obviously is still like it, so if you were thinking of picking up Silent Hill 2 on Steam, please be wary. Even if you've got a decent machine, you're gonna be in for a rough time. The overwhelmingly positive does shock me a little bit, because although, yes, it's the first decent Silent Hill game and it's a remake that we've had in a very long time, it's still, performance-wise, is dog shite. And performance is very important to a game, because you play the game. Graphics don't make a good game, but if the game is stuttering and just vile to play at times, then it can be a little iffy. Now, if you've never played Silent Hill before, I don't know why, but also I don't know why they skipped over Silent Hill 1. I will even take a glossed up, HD'd up original PS1 Silent Hill 1 if they can't be asked to make a full remake. I've heard down the grapevine that a lot of people preferred Silent Hill 2, but I mean, come on, Silent Hill 1 is legendary within the realms of survival horror. But Silent Hill 2 is a very good survival horror game. It's got a good story, it's got a good protagonist, it's got some very visceral combat. The enemies aren't too colourful, as you can see. Now, this gameplay is taken from within the first hour or so of the game, so as I was playing it for the first time, and I was so shocked by the performance, I was like, right, I'm going to capture this footage now and use this footage as my footage for said video. So that's what that is. It does get a little better after the apartments, which is what I got to at the end of this, at the end of the footage, and it does get much better from there. But the game initially just doesn't bode very well when you're running through Silent Hill and you haven't got a very big ass view, because originally they had the view in the distance marred with fog, which also it doubled up as not having the PlayStation 1 being able to render things too far away from you, but also added to a thick fog and very claustrophobic feeling. Here is sort of similar, but obviously a little bit more modern. You can see a little bit through the fog more often than not, but it still should not run the way it does, and it just unfortunately does. This game has some really good puzzles, like I said, it has some good voice acting, it has some good music. It's just the performance is absolutely shite, and you should be aware of that if you're thinking of picking this up. Please do not pick this up at full price. I didn't, so I'm kind of like giving it a pass, but also I can't get a refund because of the way I obviously used it. I got a CD key, and I can't get a refund on a CD key, so if I'd have bought it direct from Steam, I would have refunded it from the first hour and I'd have come back to this game at a later date. As it stands, I'm going to play through it to the end and get my money's worth out of it. Hopefully Konami sort their shit out and they patch it up in the future, and then I can replay it in the future and really enjoy it the way I think the game needs to be enjoyed. Because, like I said, it is a good game. When it's working and is not dropping frames like a mofo, it's fantastic and I'm having a great time. But when it stutters and drop frames and just looks like a mosaic, it's just not great. But please let me know in the comments down below if you've checked out Silent Hill 2 as well, or if this one is on your watch list. And if it is on the watch list, like I said, I'd get it on sale. But thank you very much for watching.